What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to cheer with me, I appreciate you. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. I know I am. What's going on, everybody in Detroit, everybody in St. Louis, everybody in Canada, Australia, Sweden, England, everybody in Dubai, everybody in the Netherlands. I already said Detroit, so now I'm going to go down to D-Town in Dallas, everybody in Miami, Chicago, everybody everywhere. What's good, Cali? What's good, San Fran? What's good, everybody out there in Ireland? What's going on with everybody out there in Africa? My people in Jamaica, how y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC, and like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But first, oh yeah, I was already up, but now I'm really up with those cold fingertips on my face. And then we gotta shake it off. Doot, 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 shake it off. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Wake up, get your ass up, get up, take me in the room, put me to somebody's ear, get on their nerves right about now. I done got them up. What's good, everybody? Like I always tell you, do me a favor, let me know where you're chiming in from so that we can make sure that we get content from where you're at so that we can have good conversations and do what we gotta do. What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all having a good day. I know I am. I slept good. We up now. Don't worry about the problems because we're here today to keep on moving forward and strive through them. Like I always tell you guys, we got to start it off the right way. That's right. It's, what is it? March 13th, Thursday. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed because I'm always getting somebody pissed. You already know. I had to add that to the lingo. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good morning this Thursday. Everybody's up, grand rising. Who's in the building already? We got Guy. Hello, good morning. We also got Frank Ruman. What's poppin', Frank? What's going on? We got a good show set up today. We got Lex. Who's that? Lex. What we got? Lynn Crow. Good afternoon from South Africa. That's what's up, South Africa in the building. I forgot to shout out China, Vietnam, and all of the Asian places as well. As y'all can see, we repping China today. That's how we doing it today. That's how we doing it. We're going to show love to everywhere from all around because that's how we get down. We have a fantastic show today. I really want to get to work, earn my likes, earn the work. Hopefully we have a drag out, hit them, a knock them out show, because what we got today is some real serious information. We've got follow-ups to a few stories that we've already been talking about. We've got some sad stories about what's going on with this college situation and the lost person in Dominican Republic. We got a lot going on today, you guys, a lot. I just want to say good morning. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. 4 more days to my birthday. 4 more days to my birthday. That's right, 4 more days to my birthday. Monday, y'all. It's your boy Boogotti NYC's birthday on Monday, just in case y'all interested in knowing. But it's time to get to work. Why? Because we got a full clip, and it's time to get to work. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's time to read the heading. What we got going on today? Trump says it will be terrible for Iran. What does he mean by it's going to be terrible for Iran? Well, if they decide not to negotiate with their nuclear program and get rid of the nuclear bombs, it might get sticky. And that's basically what he said. We got that coming up, you guys. That's our title story. We also have Canadian leaders immediately backing down, and no, I'm sorry, immediately backpedals and walks power tariff back. Doug Ford, of course, the Canadian leader, basically said that they were going to impose a 25% tariffs on everybody in the U.S. when it comes down to power. As soon as he did that, Donald Trump stepped up and said, oh yeah, you're going to do that? Now we're going to slap 50 for your aluminum and all your steel. Doug said, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's change our minds and let's go ahead and doom, 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 doom. Backpedal. He moonwalked off of that, y'all. Changed his mind overnight. Okay, we're going to keep it going. We got Trump and Elon as another sub-story. They were asked if Social Security benefits will be affected by the cuts in which that are going on right now by Doge. You're going to hear it directly from them, what they have to say about that. Also, let's get to our last and not least story, which is DHS. They turned that controversial Biden app that was the Biden app into a self-deporting app for aliens. What was it, the CBP app, if I'm not mistaken, before it was utilized to have people come into the country? Now it's a self-deportation app. Kind of makes sense. If you already got it on your phone, they already know who you are. If you want to change the functions, why not do it? So now when you go onto the CBP One app, it's no longer named that. It now only helps you to self-deport. Put up your images, the country of origin that you're from, and if you have an alien registration number that you've attempted to try to utilize before, you would have to put that number in there. If you don't, guess what's going to happen? If you do get caught, everything is null and void for you, and you'll never have a chance to come back to the United States. That's what they're going to be implementing moving forward. We got a lot in the clip. Your boy's ready to get to work. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. I want to get into this first story again, where we're talking about the Canadian leader that apologizes and moonwalked his tariffs back overnight. Let's go. Time to get to work. Hope everybody having a good morning, y'all. Hope y'all having a good morning. Happy with life. Let's do it.
Straight to Lucas Tomlinson with more on those tariffs imposed while we were all sleeping. Good morning, Lucas.
Well, good early morning, Carly and Todd. It's official. The tariffs on all steel and aluminum products go into effect today. It's a 25% tariff or tax the Trump administration says will create more jobs at home. The European Union has announced retaliatory measures. President Trump says these tariffs are just the beginning and could increase.
They don't want to pay 25% or whatever it may be. It may go up higher, maybe go up higher. Look, the higher it goes, the more likely it is they're going to build. And ultimately, the biggest win is not the tariff. That's a big win. That's a lot of money. But the biggest win is if they move into our country and produce jobs. That's a bigger win than the tariffs themselves.
Trump's Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick will meet with Ontario Premier Doug Ford tomorrow to discuss a new trade agreement. The meeting comes after Ford apologized to the American people after suspending a 25% tax on electricity exports to the U.S. after Trump threatened additional tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel. Here's Ford and Lutnick ahead of their meeting.
I thought this was the right decision. They understand how serious we are. We have both agreed. Let cooler heads prevail. We need to sit down and move this forward.
When you're negotiating with someone and they're not paying attention and they're disagreeing, the president, who's the best deal maker ever to sit in that chair, is going to say, here's my response. And then all of a sudden, shockingly, they respond.
Now, today, President Trump will welcome Ireland's Prime Minister at the White House. Today, he's the first European leader to visit the White House since Ukraine's president visited the Oval Office.
And we have that as well. We're going to keep on moving right now, right along, because as you can see, what I told you guys about earlier is actually starting to work. Sometimes you got to rattle the cage to make the dog bark at you to get his attention. So what's going on is these tariffs, when it comes to Canada, are going to be pretty successful, as what he was trying to do, negotiate, is now open for that. Can't say that Canada wasn't probably open to negotiations before. We have more critical people who do not want to negotiate. And you guys already know who that is. That's China. They don't play when it comes down to negotiations. So we're still holding off to see what's going on with that. But we got to keep on moving, because we have more sub-stories right now. Do you guys remember Trump's governor's meeting when he had the back and forth with the governor of Maine? Well, guess what? The USDA they just froze millions of dollars for the universities in Maine because remember she said that I'm going to comply with what the state says when it comes down to men in women's sports. Had nothing to say when it came down to complying with the Fed, what Trump was telling her. Well, if we are the Fed, we are over you. So if you're not going to listen to us, you won't get funding. Now the funding is in question because, like I said, the USDA has froze millions of dollars from Maine. So I'm sure she's probably going to go to court, like she said, but that's basically what they're up against right now. Check it out.
University of Maine system, a network of 8 public colleges in the state, says the U.S. Department of Agriculture has temporarily paused millions of dollars in federal funding pending a review of compliance with a new order aimed at banning transgender athletes. The freeze comes after President Trump had a tense exchange with Maine's Democratic governor, Janet Mills, at the White House last month.
Is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Not here.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. But
as you can see, she called this bluff.
By the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one.
The day after the argument, the USDA launched a compliance review, accusing the Maine university system of disregarding President Trump's order to keep transgender athletes out of women's sports, which he reaffirmed in his March 4th address to a joint session of Congress.
And our country will be woke no longer. I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
In 2024, the USDA gave the University of Maine system about $30 million in funding, with frozen grants impacting research to understand contamination on Maine farms, as well as money for youth programs, fishermen, and foresters. According to the USDA order, the pause will remain in effect until further notice, until all actions related to possible violations are evaluated. The school system said Tuesday that it had provided responses to the USDA, confirming its athletic programs were in compliance with state and federal law, as well as the National Collegiate Athletic Association's policy barring varsity athletes assigned male at birth from competing in women's sports. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kennedy.
So they're saying that they complied at the end of this story, but we're going to see because as of right now, it gets no dough. No dough if you're trying to have the bros come to play ball with the girls. We ain't with that. I'm not with it. I don't like it. I don't think it's fair. You have a lot of these female athletes that work very hard to get to where they're at. Next thing you know, you got a dude up in there talking about, yo, run it down. Yo, dunking like Jordan and all of that. Nah, come on. It's not fair. Why do you think they have the WNBA and they have women's boxing and different things like that? Don't do that. Dead wrong. I'm not for it. And I know you guys are not for it either. Let's take care of our children, get all of that crap out of the bathrooms as well as the schools. How you guys doing? Come into the comments. What y'all got going on today? Hope everybody's good. Who we got? We got Paul Souse, All Lives MAGA. What else we got over here? We got Rebecca that said, good morning. Where you coming from, Rebecca? Ricardo, LOL, nice moves, bro. Doom, 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 doom. Frank Ruman, yo, what's good, Lynn Crow? Good afternoon from South Africa. South Africa. That's what's up. Hello, good morning, everybody. We're going to keep on going. We got Betty Lynn in the building showing off her glove because she's subscribed to the channel and she's a member. Marielle, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's good because now we got more to go. I want you guys to see what's going on because there was a crash at sea. What happened at sea? Cargo ship had the nerve to crash into another ship. And when that happened, they found out what? So a few things happened. Sorry to say it like this. I don't want to get stuck in that corner. Someone actually passed, went overboard. They cannot find this gentleman. Certain parts of the cargo, it was jet fuel that was being transported. It's on fire now. They're saying that there's no leakage. And if there was, it was a very small amount. So this is jet fuel that they're saying is being cargoed. And they said the captain crashed the ship into another ship, and one person is missing at sea, presumed not here anymore. I don't know if you guys heard about this story, but this is a current story right now. I'm hopeful that they've got the fire contained, but it was a lot of damage that happened when this situation went down. Check it out, y'all.
Of the container ship that collided with a tanker in the North Sea has been arrested on suspicion of gross negligence manslaughter. It's been confirmed the man is a Russian national. These are the latest pictures coming to us from the North Sea, and here you can see the damage to that Portuguese container ship, the Salong, which is still on fire, flames and smoke coming from the decks. And this is the American oil tanker, which was carrying jet fuel for the US military when the collision happened off the coast of eastern England. The company that manages the tanker said an initial review showed environmental impacts of the leaking jet fuel had been limited. Let's hear from our North of England correspondent, Rowan Bridge, who's in Grimsby. What are today's developments, Rowan?
Yes, well, as you say, a 59-year-old man who we now know to be the captain of the Salong and a Russian national was arrested yesterday. We had some news this morning that he remains in police custody at the moment. He was arrested on suspicion of gross negligence manslaughter, and that followed the calling off of the search for a missing crew member from the Salong who is assumed to have died at sea. The police say they are still working to establish the full circumstances of what happened in this crash. They are leading the criminal investigation into what happened. Now, yesterday, Mike Cain, the Transport Minister, stood up in Parliament in the UK and said that something must have gone terribly wrong for this crash to happen, but said that there was no evidence at the moment of any sort of foul play.
Or was he drunk? Was he tired? What happened? He's saying like somebody got arrested. They're really giving us limited information here, you guys. But I definitely wanted you to know what was going on. And this is jet fuel, which is highly flammable, number two. And then we got to worry about what the environmental situation, hurting the animals, whales and fish and things like that. You have to be very cautious of stuff like that because Lord forbid this thing starts leaking. And then they got a whole nother Exxon Valdez or worse situation that we got to deal with. So yes, this is very important. I want you guys to see the rest of it. Got a little more to go.
The other major concern at the moment, as you say, is the two ships involved. As you said, we've seen some pictures this morning which show the Salong still on fire. So I think a priority will be trying to put out those flames. Yeah. And you may have also seen footage where you can see the hole in the side of the Stena Immaculate where jet fuel has leaked from the vessel into the sea. And the concern is that is a potential threat to wildlife and marine life. Now, that was carrying 220,000 barrels of jet fuel. The concern was how much of that may end up in the sea. The initial assessment is that the damage may be less than was first feared because some of it looks like may have burnt off in the explosions and fire that followed the collision, and then some of it has evaporated from the surface of the sea.
So now, from what we've seen, I don't know if it was like a side-on-side collision, or because it definitely wasn't a direct collision because the damage would be at the front of this vessel unless the other ship was going straight and crashed directly into this one. But it seems more like one of these sort of situations where it probably like rubbed into it or something like that because it's really like a lot of side damage going on when it comes down to the side of this vessel. And again, it's very scary because of the fact that this is jet fuel. You see all of these pipes and everything. I'm sure that's probably what transport the jet fuel probably to get out of this vessel. So this is something real serious to worry about. I love wildlife and I love animals, so it's very concerning to me.
I think what they'll be doing now is trying to bring those fires under control, and then we'll be looking at a salvage operation, really, trying to rescue those ships and salvage the situation as it is.
Yeah, some experts have said it's essential that these vessels are kept afloat, or there's a whole range of other problems that they'll incur. But it's easier said than done.
Yeah, I mean, there were concerns that this long was going to sink. In fact, Mike Kane, the Transport Minister, indicated that might be the case yesterday in Parliament. It now appears that that is less likely, that they are less worried about it sinking, though so long has indeed moved. Some messages from my colleagues this morning said that it's clearly moved from where it was yesterday. So
Yeah, but that means it's also still spilling jet fuel as it moves. So this is a very concerning situation. They got to get that fire out. And how in the ATWL hockey sticks are you going to contain that leak when all of this stuff is coming out? You can't use a torch because that's flame. I mean, that's gas. That's jet fuel. How do they do it, y'all? I don't know. Something to really think about right here. Hopefully they get this thing taken care of and all of our animals are safe. Because you can't mess with the animals. We can't do that, y'all. We just can't do it. Everybody good this morning? What we got going on? This was an act of war, bro. If that's what somebody said, walk about Richard. Then we got Christine Fowler said, why is it backwards? Because you brand new and you ain't been here before. That is terrible, Marielle said. Michael Russa, this was done intentionally, Michael Russa said. How would you guys say it happened, yo? Rebecca's from Grand Rapids. God bless you, my brother. Thank you so much, Paul Souse. Thank you so much. And good morning from Atlanta. I see you in the building, ATL. I be down there a lot. We got the big drip popping down there. We used to do it with Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop, but now I'm up here doing it. But yes, that's crazy right there. For an intentional, huh? Intentional how? And then, like they said, the captain has been arrested. So we're going to have some more lead story about this. I'm going to keep us up on point about what's going on with this topic. And yes, y'all know what we're going to do. We got to keep on moving because we got a lot more in the clip. How y'all doing this morning? How everybody doing this morning? Wake up, wake up, wake up, everybody. Y'all good? What y'all got going on today? Talk to me. See everybody up in here. We got a lot of people in the building. Not going to ask for no likes because I want to get to work. I got more work to do. Hope everybody's good, though. Right now, I want you guys to see what I was talking about, though. About that CBP1 app that was changed from the CBP1 or whatever. Now they made it that get out of United States free card. I don't even know if they're going to fly them up, but they want all of their information. And that's what they're saying is a chance for you to possibly become a citizen if you go willingly. I think it's kind of fair because now if you wind up getting caught here, now you can't even return and you have no chance of getting your immigration. What do you guys think about that? I think it's pretty fair due to the fact that they came here illegally. And yeah, they're not going to be able to move around. Services and resources have been shut down. So they might as well go ahead and kick a rock for a block. Sorry to say it like that.
Well, breaking right now, the Trump DHS is launching a new
I'll start my business when things settle down. Maybe next week when I have...
Well, breaking right now, the Trump DHS is launching a new self-deportation app for illegal immigrants, giving those in the U.S. illegally an incentive to cooperate. And Bill Belusion is live in L.A. with more. Hi, Bill.
And Dana, good morning to you. So this is pretty remarkable. The Trump administration has taken that controversial CBP1 cell phone app for migrants that the Biden administration was using, and they've repurposed it into a self-deportation app that is officially launching today. And we're getting an exclusive first look at it. Take a look. The app is now called CBP Home. It allows illegal aliens in the U.S. to register to self-deport. They fill out biographical information, including their countries of citizenship, which country they plan to return to, their alien registration numbers, their contact information, and it allows them to upload photos of themselves to confirm their identity. All of it is then submitted to CBP, and they leave the country. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why would an illegal immigrant want to self-deport? Well, DHS says if they leave now, they will have the opportunity to return to the U.S. legally in the future. And
what y'all think about this? I think it was quite clever that they already knew that a lot of people had this app on their phone. And they said, you know what? No, let's not get rid of the app. Let's just change the features to make it so that they can leave. Few things that I did notice. Address, phone number, picture. I don't know if a lot of people are going to fill that out because of the simple fact that you're giving them direct information. People that are willing to go, they're probably going to do it. But a majority of people, vast majority of people, I would not say this are going to be using this app, you guys. I don't think so. Nova said, I am so happy they froze all that spending. I would be in the store thinking about what we could afford, and they just pulling off thousands of food stamps, looking at us like we're crazy. Yep, that's what they was doing, Nova. That's exactly what they was doing. Biggest dickus. U.S. Representative Chuck Fleischman's office in Chattanooga, Tennessee, is now listing as a garbage dump in Google. What? You serious? Walkabout Richard, it was a Russian pilot. Oh, it was a Russian pilot, huh? Okay, you're talking about the tanker. That's what Walkabout Richard said. Walkabout Richard, are you from Australia? This one is it was an act of war. That's what he said. Batty Lynn said prayers. Christine Fowler, why is it backwards? Biggest, all right, what else we got? Adam Camucci, good morning from Flint, Michigan. Is that the UK right there, Walkabout? That's where you from? Or what else we got? We got Pharaoh Club Music. See what's going on in Nebraska with the farms? Yes, I did. I saw what was going on with that. Saw that.
And chase the American dream. But if they don't leave, they will be found, arrested, detained, and deported with a permanent ban on entry into the United States. In a statement to Fox News, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said in part, quote, the Biden administration exploited the CBP-1 app to allow more than 1 million aliens to illegally enter the United States. With the launching of the CBP Home app, we are restoring integrity to our immigration system. If they don't self-deport, we will find them, deport them, and they will never return.
How many people agree with this? If you agree, give me a thumbs up. If you don't agree, thumbs down. If you don't care, just put your hand up like this. I'm sure a lot of people don't care. If you agree, though, with them changing the CBP-1 app to what's going on now, give me a thumbs up like you agree. But if you don't, of course, you can do a thumbs down. And if you're neutral, just put your hand up like this. I'd like to see what the majority of people are feeling about this right here, because it has to do with you as well. All right, Marielle's got a thumbs up. Batty Lynn, double thumbs up. Crimson Judgment got thumbs up. Walkabout Richard, thumbs up. Rebecca, thumbs up. Whoa, everybody thumbs up. And Tao Chin Maldek is thumbs up. And we got a lot of people that's agreeing with what's going on with the CBP-1 switch. And I'm assuming that you guys think it was a smart thing for them to leave it up. And to, Jeremy said it. Kendra Walker said, what's happening? They're changing the CBP-1 app to make it a self-deporting app. Nova's up. We got one person that says thumbs down. That's Panopy 123. American Polyp said thumbs up. The majority of people have spoken, especially on Our Bottom Line show. The majority of people think that this is a good idea.
The Biden administration's use of the CBP-1 app allowed more than 40,000 migrants to come into the U.S. at a port of entry every single month. That totaled nearly 1 million migrants by the end of his presidency. Wow. President Trump terminated that app immediately upon taking office, leading to scenes like this, showing migrants dismayed at the border on the day of his inauguration as they learned their CBP-1 appointments were canceled and were never coming back. And DHS tells me that any migrants who had that CBP-1 app on their phone will see it automatically update to this new self-deportation app starting today. And DHS can also use the data from the prior CBP-1 registrations to track migrants for removal. So in a nut...
Woo! Y'all see that, right? I was thinking to myself, if y'all still got that app on your phone and you already picked Track Me or whatever like that, allow tracking, woo, they're in trouble. And guess what? They got all your information. So if you were trying to get your immigration legally, and let's say you stop and you don't want to continue to go into the new app, they know everything that's going on right now. So everyone now who had part to do with the CBP-1, once it updates, if you have it on your phone, they got your information. Here, I'm going to let them say it again. I'm going to let them say it again for clarification. Let's go. One more time.
On the day of his inauguration, as they learned their CBP-1 appointments were canceled and were never coming back. And DHS tells me that any migrants who had that CBP-1 app on their phone will see it automatically update to this new self-deportation app starting today. And DHS can also use the data from the prior CBP-1 registrations to track migrants for removal. So in a nutshell, Dana, Trump just took Biden's program, which was bringing migrants in, and has now totally repurposed it to get them out. Wow. I'll send it back to you.
And I started hearing some radio ads that were mirroring some of the ads from the new secretary on cable. Now they're now on radio, and they're going to be in those countries as well and targeting them so that they know not to come or to go ahead and get themselves out of the country.
I gotta say, that's smart right there. And now they're verbally telling people in Venezuela, Guatemala, Mexico, you're not welcome. Don't even listen to what these cartel people are telling you. All of this, papi, take it the package and run across. You be okay. Take it the bracelet. Ven acá, yo tengo. I got you. Bullshit. Yeah, we letting them know on that side before y'all start lying and telling them all this crap. That's not true. And if and like the app says, you have the chance to get, to come back to the United States if you do it legally. If you do it legally. But the fact that they can already track them, y'all, come on now. Y'all already know your boy kicking them right now. Y'all already know we kicking them right now. Do me a favor if y'all appreciate the content. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up because y'all ain't know nothing about this. Y'all know y'all ain't know nothing about this. How many people we got up in here? We got 302 people in the building. We got 19 likes. Let's make the ends justify the means, y'all. Do me that favor. If you appreciate the content, I got much more in the clip. We ain't even at the middle of the show. We got so much more to go. Do me a favor. Double tap that. Get those likes up if you appreciate the content. I only been up since 6 o'clock in the morning, and I do this every day for us over here at the Our Bottom Line. All right, y'all. I want to get to y'all comments. Y'all on fire. I see y'all getting busy. Let me get over here and see what y'all got going on. Let's go. What we got? We got Clark Kent. Transfer the trust from yourself to the Savior, just as the moon looks to the sun for light. Sounded beautiful. Sounded beautiful, Clark. We got Azoria 888. Remember that COVID app? Yep, I do. True Gut said, what the? True Gut said, a child recovering from cancer that was a citizen just got deported with her parents, non-citizen. Wow, that's crazy. Tube Gut 66. Aaron Drake said, it's called freedom of speech and expression. I'll say and do what I like. Russian bootlicker. That's what Aaron said. Kendra Walker said 302. What we got up in here? We got we got 302 people up in the building. We got 175. They dipped off, y'all. We already know we're gonna get that sometimes. They're gonna dip off, but we got mad more stuff in the clip. And once we start, because we the ones that matter. Us here, we're the ones that matter. We still got 176, right? We got to be responsible to let people know what we're doing if we really want it to pop off. I need you guys, the ones that are actually here, to go ahead and hit that button and hit that like button if you do appreciate the content. I only get up at 3 to pool the information, and then I got to get in sync to make it make sense. So this is work. I do not get money from this. As you can see, I'm using a bunch of clips, and I don't get money from this. I do this for us, and because I like waking up in the morning, and I like coming here and doing this. So the only thing I will ever ask you for, I ain't gonna ask you for no money for the coffee until my birthday next week. And this right here is all I'll ask you for. That will be likes to let people know what we're doing. So y'all do me that favor. I would love to keep this information going and making it make sense and let these people know that we the #1 show between the 6 o'clock and the 7 o'clock hour. Can't nobody rock with us at all because I got more work to do. So do me a favor again, double tap that screen. I want y'all to finish seeing this. I got so much more to go. So much more to go.
Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
All right. So now y'all know that the app has been flipped. We know what's going on with it. They can track you. And if you already been a part of the CBP1, you might as well go ahead and move forward and go ahead and do it the right way because they're coming. They're really coming. They're coming for you. If you don't do it the right way so that you can actually be here legally, they're going to come and get you. And the next thing you're going to hear is this. Do. Oh, my God. It's Homeland Security. Then you're going to be getting this. And then you're going to take that ride of shame. Y'all know the ride of shame when they say this right here. Watch your head. They put their hand on top of your head before you get in the car so you don't hit your head on the car. Then you do this, right? And now you're in the back of the car looking stupid. Doing this here. Doing this here. I thought I was going to get away. Looking like El Fulio. So if I were y'all, do it the right way, because there's no way you're going to keep on running under the radar. After a while, you're going to do something, you're going to get a ticket, and then they're going to catch you, and then out of here. Do it the right way is what I recommend. All right, y'all. Now what we got? We got Tom Homan, who came to New York and spoke to the Republicans in New York. Had a big turnout. Everyone's talking about the progress of what's going on with the border. I'm assuming this has to do with that 86 billion he's trying to get, trying to make sure that that's part of the budget coming up. Not going to waste y'all time. I want to keep it going. We got a bunch more in the clip. Tom Homan right here came to New York. Do me a favor again. Appreciate the content. Go ahead and double tap that screen because we got a lot to go over. Keep on going, y'all. Let's
Dear
go.
friend, I call him Tom. They call him Director. Tom Homan, please.
Well, before I start, to New York State Correctional Guards, I'm with you. Yeah. On my lane a little bit, but these men and women stand behind the wire with some of the most dangerous people in this state.
Looking to scale customer service without scaling headcount?
I think they should be honored and respected for the difficult job that they do every day. So, today is my birthday. Every day is my birthday. Because I work for the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald Trump. And that's just a stone cold truth.
Crazy, yeah.
I've worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I worked for took steps to secure the border. Even President Clinton and Obama took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have national security.
Okay, y'all 236, I'm not going to let y'all cheat like that. Y'all already know we got the heat. Y'all see what we doing. I'm going to put my hand right here because we looking like we on crack. We looking like we on drugs. We got over 244 people in the building. We got 37 likes. We got to get that to 80, baby. I really appreciate y'all. Now, I know y'all want to see this content. And as we all know that a bunch of y'all going to leave because y'all don't like when I do stuff like this. But you know what we know is the people that always be here. Y'all ready to do it? The people that's always here? When you guys leave, that's this for us. That's a breath of fresh air. And then, bang, 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 bang. More people come. Once y'all leave, because y'all holding the game up. That's what happens. I don't want to hold it up for everybody else. So once y'all leave and the new people come, oh, what's going on over here? Because then the new clip is going to be up. I'm going to be doing something exciting, and we're going to get these numbers up again. So all I'm asking, so I don't have to stop doing this. I only like it to get up to 80. If I could keep that at 80, I would never stop these lives, ever. The ends just must justify the means. I don't ask you guys for money. I see tons of guys on here talking about buy my course, send me this, send me that, and they do it with no wherewithal. When I do it, I get called a grifter, and I actually look out for people for free. So what I'm just asking you guys to do for me is go ahead and double tap that and get those likes up because we're looking like crackheads right now when it comes down to those likes. Real talk.
You can't have strong national security without border security. No one understood that better than President Trump's first term. His success on the border is unprecedented. Unprecedented. Now, he just came back in office, and I came back out of retirement for the second time to serve as president because I respect him so greatly. He did in 3 weeks what Joe Biden couldn't do in 4 years.
True, true.
Border numbers right now down 96%. 96% border numbers are down. He was at over 90% in 3 weeks. 96% decrease. That means when you got 96% less people crossing that border, less women are being raped by the cartels, less children are dying making that journey, less Americans are dying from fentanyl that comes across the north border, less women and children are sex trafficked,
Good shit, man.
less terrorists are getting into this country.
That's what's up, Tom. Good work.
Joe Biden had 400 people on terrorist watch lists coming across the border. In 4 years under Trump 1, we have 14. The numbers are unprecedented. And before I get to the green light law, let me set the facts straight, because I'm reading a lot of stuff in newspapers that simply isn't true. President Trump promised the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation. That's the right thing to do. It has to be done. Let me explain why. We had millions of people come to our border, make claims to asylum, demand the right to due process, the right to see a judge, and they were provided that. But due process doesn't mean anything if the final decision of the courts aren't carried out.
Right.
So for those 90%, actually about 86.4, I think, last time I looked, 90% of those who come to our border claim asylum end up with an order removal after due process. If we don't execute those orders, then what the hell are we doing? Shut down immigration court doesn't mean anything anymore. Take the border patrol off the border, there's no consequences. No, when you have a mass migration such as this, where 9 out of 10 will get order removal, they have to be removed. Because if you don't, you send a message to the whole world, you can enter our country illegally, which is a crime, and you can ignore a federal judge's order for deport.
You can enter illegally is what they're saying, which is a crime, and you can ignore a federal judge's order to deport. That's what a lot of majority of people do. Even when they get kicked out, you hear about these criminals. He came back 3 times. He's been locked up in Arkansas. He's been locked up in this state. He's been locked up in that state. Most of those places that they get locked up is like sanctuary states, right? And then the next thing you know, he commits another major crime. And then we're like, well, wasn't he deported? Yeah, he got here on a I don't know how he got here. He got back again, but they continuously keep on coming back. I think the immigration laws, when that happens, needs to be much more stiffer. Oh, we got you now. Like I told you, sometimes you need to treat them like Sonny in the Bronx Tale. When those bikers came in that bar, and they was like, yeah, trying to tear the bar up and everything. Sonny walked to the door and locked it and said, now you can't leave. Yeah, and put it on them. I bet you they want to leave then. What y'all got to say in the comments? Let's go. Axel Grease said, rage baiting is a team. All right, now you got to go because I see you got to go. Bang! Out of here. We don't accept that crap right here, bro. You will not be trying to troll in here. I am the worst troll on the bottom line, bro. There's no worse troll than me. If you got jokes on me, they better be better. They better be worse than mine. Tao Chin My Deck said, not just that they don't pay taxes and they have kids and they leave them, better just to try to deport a high number of them. Okay, let's keep on going. Keep smashing that like button. You're doing great, brothers and sisters. Thank you, guys. Easy Yo Kill, laughing my ass off. Wait, what? What else we got? It's also American tradition. We got Chad C. Good morning, Chad C. How you doing, brother? It is weird. Trump would invite the Tate's loser boys. What else we got? Paul South said, I heard that. Keep it going. We got Easy Yo Kill 9/11. When the younger generations will never benefit from the Social Security because it's going to run out before I'm even 30. No, it's not important. Good thing, man. That makes a lot of sense. It's like the younger generation is thinking like, why am I even vested into this when I'm not going to benefit from it? Even myself, I see what they're doing to Social Security, no matter what, if it's Democrat or Republican, it's just not being respected the way that it needs to be. When we work as long as we should, people that really do work, you deserve your Social Security. And disability when you can't work. But as far as like using it and not being able to pay people out once they get a certain age, that's wrong because it's part of what they rely on for their extended living when they get past 60 years old. So you're totally right about that. And we need to secure that for our future and stop worrying about right now. I say that for Social Security and benefits. I say that for the environment as well. I do not like what people are doing when it comes down to the environment. I don't like when it's a certain cold season and it's hot. I am not stupid. I know something is wrong when that happens. You're not supposed to be 70 degrees in New York in December. I'm 50 years old. I know something is wrong because in December, when I was 14 years old, any day, the snow was up to here. Yeah. And we trekked through it and did what we had to do. And y'all are so soft now when it come down to weather and certain stuff. Oh my God, shut down the trains, close the school. I'm gonna sound like an old person now. You know, when I had to go to school, I had to walk all through snow. I had to get on the bus. I had to jump through the train. I had to do what I had to do to get to school. And it was brick. I'm talking about brick. Jack had beef with us. Jack Frost had beef with New York. Now, this ain't no winter and this ain't no snow. Sad part about it is there's not a lot of people voicing their opinions and doing anything about it. So people my age, Gen X, we're walking around like, really? Y'all not noticing? And then you got to realize Gen X is like us. They're not supposed to because they don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what a Drake's really tastes like. They don't remember the 3 cookies in the coconut pack. They don't know nothing about good quality stuff that we had. And now we can tell the difference. Why this food don't taste right? How come there's a line of something crazy inside of all of the wheats, all of the cookies? Why everything tastes so crazy? We notice it because we older. I hate to get off topic, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. A little more with Tom Homan into this part right here. What's happening? Because to me, it looks as if he wants support. He's getting support out of the New York Republicans. And after this, $86 billion is what they're seeking, because if you saw the story yesterday, you noticed that they were running out of beds. A lot of people are being arrested, but they're running out of beds. So that's what they're working on right now. And they need funding in order to keep that going.
If that's the message we want to send as a country, you're never going to solve the problem. Women will continually be raped making that journey. Children will be raped making that journey. People.
And I hate to get on to, again, when he says making that journey, we talked about this before. He said women are being raped making that journey, and children are being R-worded making that journey. That means, like I said, when they're walking, you got these fools, these men that's just whatever. Like, you know what? I know I'm going to do better if I got a family. Let me grab this lady and let me get this child. This child is walking by itself. Then they get to our state, our sanctuary city, and guess what they give them? They give them benefits. They give them a whole apartment together and everything like that. They get all types of resources and stuff. That child has to go to school now because the parent will get in trouble for not putting the child in school because now they're in our state and now the schools get overpopulated. Now you got 40 kids in a class like this. Can't learn nothing because now the teacher turned into a damn daycare center. And she don't even know how to translate to these kids. But they got to be in the class because the parent got to make sure that they're in school to make it look like they're doing something. It hurts knowing this stuff. It hurt knowing it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to stop running my mouth. I want to see what you guys have to say. If I sound like a dun-dun-dun, just let me know what y'all feel over the topics that I just covered, y'all. Let me know. Mills, Italians are immigrants. Do you like them? Italians? Are you crazy? One of my best friends, how they say it? One of my best friends is a black guy. My best friend name is Vincent Viola. Straight up and down. One of my best buddies, his name is Vincent Viola. Y'all see all that liquor on this table? That Old Dang Zion, that Wanted, that Big Drip, that's all that. That was made by myself and my business partner, Vincent Viola. All right? VJV Imports, one of my best friends. The olives, the food. Are you kidding me? Don't talk about Italians, man. Don't talk about Italians to me, man. I got a lot of friends that are Italian. I wear Bruno Magli shoes. I get anything you want. So don't talk to me about Italians, okay? We got to keep on going here. I can't stay on this one title because I got more to do, guys. But do me a favor. If you like the content that you're hearing from me right about now, come on. Give your guy a smash. Smash the like button. Go ahead and let your boy know that you appreciate the content. Big shout out to Italy. Red, white, and green. Shout out, y'all. Love Italy. Shout out to Italy, no doubt. Right now, I want to get into Secretary Rubio because he spoke after the negotiations with Ukraine. I think we're going to have a good situation going on with Ukraine. It was fantastic that Rubio. Thank you for the $2, Jesse Barnes. Appreciate that. Why be against making America safe and great? Why be against it? You're right. Thank you so much for that $2 tip. You a baller. A lot of people don't got $2 nowadays, so I appreciate that like it's 10. I ain't talking about nobody else, but I really appreciate that. Let's get these likes up so that we can keep on going. But I do want you guys to know, let me keep on working. Secretary Rubio, he spoke after the Ukraine negotiations, and I think we're going to be in a good place with this. This is the second positive thing that I've heard about Ukraine. First, it was yesterday with Donald Trump saying that he was willing to negotiate and move forward. Now, Secretary Rubio is talking about the successful meeting that they had yesterday. Anything like this that's happening positively to possibly end this war, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, y'all. I'm all for it.
I think the perfect statement would be that the United States has done a good thing for the world and bringing this process forward, and now we all eagerly await and the Russian response and urge them strongly to consider ending all hostilities so people will stop dying, so bullets will stop flying, and so a process can begin to find a permanent peace. I think the first step in all this is the acceptance that there is no military solution to this conflict.
Smart.
Neither side can militarily achieve their maximalist gains.
He's saying that there's no, militarily, you're not going to be able to end this war. Y'all have been fighting for 3 years. That's like, how many times you going to go like this? Hold on a minute. Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm ready. Come on. How many times you going to do that? In a nutshell, how many times? It's time to end the war because too many people are losing their lives while this is going on.
Their maximalist goals. Neither side can achieve them through the military side. The only way this conflict can end is through negotiation. That's the only way you're going to have peace, is through negotiation. And so we need to start that process. And it is hard to start a process when people are shooting at each other and people are dying. And so our hope is that we can stop that, all these hostilities, and get to a negotiating table where both sides, over some period of time with a lot of hard work, can find a mutually acceptable outcome that, in the case of Ukraine, obviously secures their long-term prosperity and security.
With custom sample.
And that's what Ukraine has been asking for, long-term security, because they already said, and I have to pay attention to this, and I do not want to ignore what Zelensky said. He said, we tried this 12 times already, and every single time we agree Putin won't sign or he does something different. I heard him say that. That's what he said the last time he sat down with Donald Trump, which actually was part of the reason that they were saying what they were saying and why they started to have the little pushback. Because he basically said, we've tried this before, 12 times now. I'm in the comments, y'all. Whatever y'all got to say about any one of the topics, whether it have to be with Tom Homan, I'm on it. Let's go. Hope you guys appreciate the content. Do me a favor and double tap that screen, because you just said, I don't see Putin stopping. Paolo Slobachiro said, Paul South's brain cancer acknowledged. Nope. If you need content, then you're brainwashed. Context, then your brain's washed. Easy Yo Killing 911 said, or maybe I'm not chronically online. Tim Harsh said, oh, maybe I'm not chronically online? Like a question mark? Yeah, Tim Harsh said, I don't know what they have on Russia, but for them to agree to back out as long as Ukraine doesn't join NATO. PTE Blogging said, Canada is cooked. Sion JSBJJ, Putin is a habitual line stepper. Oh, yo. Somebody been watching the Chappelle show. He's a habitual, like when he was talking about Rick James, he's a habitual line stepper. Do you think that was going to get past me? I love comedy. That was a good one. What we got? Betty Spaghetti said, at least Putin isn't asking us for money. Zeus the dog said, check him. What else we got? We got Mills. Ask Trump why is he Putin's puppy. Easy Kill 911 said the whole Ukraine-Russia thing is stupidly complicated. Wake up, mate. No, it's simple. Chad C said we are back on Ukraine's side. Let's go. Mills, Trump is playing all of us. Nope. Nobody wanna water their own grass anymore. Man, we got so much comments in here. I appreciate you guys so much. We turning up. If you appreciate the content, do me a favor, double tap that screen to get these likes up, because I got some information that I want us to learn from right here. It's time to get some fat on our brains. We need to learn what's going on. Sometimes I look at a clip and I'll be like, yo, I just learned something. And I just want to share what I learned because it's right in the sync of what we're talking about. So now we're about to get some fat on our brains from Diggins McDowell. He's going to go off as he talks about the Treasury spending unnecessary moves that we have to make moving forward. Very good information that we should hear and know. Only 2 more minutes of you guys' time right here when it comes down to this clip. I actually remembered saying I was going to tell you guys that because I know that you're going to get something out of this clip right here, and it's very important. So I want to get to it and stop running my mouth. Let's go.
from a decades-long spending spree that surged under the Biden administration. Charlie, one of those writing in the New York Post this morning, Wall Street pukes up its own medicine. Hey, Charlie, great to see you. So, again, is this just
Very
Wall
eloquent,
Street too short-sighted and not thinking long-term enough?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Wall Street, you have to understand the nature of the beast, right? Generally speaking, Wall Street, meaning the stock markets, will correct sort of viciously and violently to the downside on what it perceives to be bad news. It'll overcorrect. I mean, I saw this in 2009 when Obama first got in there. I mean, the Dow went down to 6,000 on the notion that the banks were still impaired despite the bailouts. As we know, we had a sort of a seminal stock market rally after that. There was a lot of QE, money printing, but still, so that was being spoken about, but the market still corrected violently to the downside. So the markets are correcting violently to the downside on the notion of tariffs, and there are good reasons why, because that's a tax on goods. It could lead to higher inflation, and you can just take it from there. The thing is that the markets aren't taking into account, my view, and I think this is pretty much backed up by everybody I'm speaking to, is that there's there's some goodies coming, right? Lower taxes, less regulation, less fentanyl in this country because we closed the borders, which is going to be good for the economy. Less immigration, which means you don't have illegal immigrants clouding our healthcare system. All this is happening right now, and it's not being factored into the market. So I would just say this, if you're looking at this sort of broadly, this is a puke. We need to get some of this out of our system. The Trump administration, I know this from my sources close to it, wants a quarter of this, a quarter of puking. So it's going to get a little rough in the next 3 months. We may even hit a recession. I don't know. Well, but by the way, just one other thing. A lot of this stuff was being baked in under Biden. I don't care what anybody says. Just because the guy's in there a month and doing what he said he would do does not lead to a recession. If you look at the markets under Biden, about 5 stocks, essentially, were moving all the indices up, right? Those stocks needed to correct. There were all the AI stuff, and no offense, AI may be the future, but I don't use it that much. I mean, they needed to correct. NVIDIA needed to correct. So
wait, you didn't get puke from AI for that article?
So basically, we're going through a reset right now. I think he explained that perfectly, and he didn't pull any punches when he said what? The R word, because nobody really wants to talk about it. Recession. Because then what you think is recession is too close to what? Depression. And Lord knows, we do not want that to ever happen again. You guys remember it or heard about it in the past. The Great Depression came from a recession. That's why a lot of politicians, business people do not like to bring up the word recession. It's too close to depression. What we got going on over here, Michael McPhail said, fear and greed drive the market. That's it. Exactly what he just said. And that's why I like for you guys to see stuff like this. Anita Bognet said, good stuff. Paul South said, New Year, word of the day, Nacho Kamala, Nacho president, not our president. I like that, not our president. Car Care 1930 is 2030 bank run. I hear what you're saying, Car Care. Piolo said, in 2020, Fox News successfully defended not going into that because you're worrying about the network. I can't do that. We don't worry about networks over here. We wait for rabbits to stick their head out the hole, then we knock their head off. Then we go check and see if they was talking about what's going on. That's right. We check the information, then we apply. We don't worry about the network. That sounds like some network stuff. Frederick Wright, it is what it is. What can we do now with Trump in office? The man said a recession. Exactly. I want you guys to hear that. He also said it himself. He also said it's going to get worse before it gets better. Only reason I keep bringing this up is because I want us to be prepared what could be the inevitable. And if we over prepare and it's not that bad, we'll be good. If you overtrain for a fight or really train well, you're going to be prepared for it. I don't want us to have the wool over our eyes and not knowing what the possibilities of what's coming forward. Also, I don't understand the finance and the trade market that much. So when someone can break it down like this, that's why I like to share the information so that we all can get it. Again, you guys, we still rocking and shocking. We got a whole bunch more to go. Hope everybody's appreciating the content. How many people we got in here? We got a lot. I appreciate everybody here. That must mean I'm working. Ooh, almost fell over. Do me a favor. Please, let's get those likes up. I see we almost at my goal. I'm not greedy. I'm happy at 80 likes. We get 6 more, I'm happy. I'm really happy. But we got more to go. Now, probably the end of the world anger. Trump says if Iran tries to get these weapons of mass destruction, them nuclear arms, we might have a problem. So my thinking is this. Does that mean that if he thinks that they're going to get the nuclear arms together, that they're going to send in troops and we're going to probably go to WA? Because he's saying right now he's not going for Iran obtaining nuclear weapons. And that was our title. Trump says it will be terrible for Iran. And that was even if they move forward with the thoughts of obtaining nuclear weapons. Here we go right here. This is what he said about it. This is the last part of the clip of the exclusive that he had with, I think that was with Bartolino, with Maria Bartolino. It's very important. I want you guys to hear this.
China than I was.
And then there are reports now that Russia says it will help the United States negotiate a nuclear deal with Iran. What kind of a deal with Iran do you want to do? You said they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah. Well, there are two ways Iran can be handled, militarily or you make a deal. I would prefer to make a deal because I'm not looking to hurt Iran. They're great people. I know so many Iranians from this country.
Well, not the leadership.
No, not the leadership.
The
no,
people.
They're very evil people. No, but the people of Iran are great people. But they had a tough regime, and they'd meet and they'd be shot in the streets. I mean, it was a tough deal. But I would rather negotiate a deal. I'm not sure that everybody agrees with me, but we can make a deal that would be just as good as if you won militarily.
I like that. Yo, I like that. I mean, y'all probably don't like this, man, but I've never even thought of something like that before. We can make a deal where we don't even have to do this militarily. And y'all already heard about when it come down to Ukraine and Russia. We don't think that y'all gonna be able to stop y'all beef. So now what's going on is the big brother just stepping in the middle like, look here, I'm tired of supporting you. You keep on coming over here trying to get money from me to fight him. You supposed to be this big old superpower, Russia, and it's taking you this long to deal with Ukraine, and this is my extra right here. Lord knows what we would have did to you. Okay, now we back. So yeah, y'all need to shut this down and stop doing what y'all doing and shut it down. So now, moving forward, I need the Bitcoin to get back. We need crypto to get right. This Russia and Ukraine war is affecting us. How is it affecting us, Bugatti? We keep giving them damn money that we ain't got, and we already in the damn recession.
But the time is happening now. The time is coming up. Something's going to happen one way or the other. I hope that Iran, and I've written them a letter saying, I hope you're going to negotiate, because if we have to go in militarily, it's going to be a terrible thing for them.
You wrote a letter to the Khomeini?
Yes.
When did you send the letter?
Yesterday.
And you said you better negotiate, or we want you to
I didn't
negotiate?
say you better. I said,
Okay.
I hope you're going to negotiate, because it's going to be a lot better for Iran. And I think they want to get that letter. The other alternative is we have to do something, because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon.
You said you wanted to do the Golden Dome. You've got a lot of ideas for America. But then earlier you said you wanted to cut $1 trillion.
So yeah, that was it. That's the main part that we at. I like to go in, I like to dive in deep to these clips, especially when the other side is speaking back and they're pushing back and they're saying certain things. This is relative information that we need to know about, you guys. I don't want to fight Iran. I don't want to fight Iran. I don't want to fight Russia either, because of the casualties of loss. Not just myself, the other people that we would lose. Buildings, destruction, and all that nonsense. And then think about it. What do we win after war? Nothing. Loss of life, casualties, and nonsense. I've never been a person that wanted war. I've never been that type of person. I think people that want war are people that are looking to try to find ways to make money, because war is money. And they make a lot of money when they come down to war. It's a lot of unchecked monetary going everywhere. $1,000 for a toilet seat. $30 billion for this, whatever. People make a lot of money if you're in the right positions when you're in a time of war. And that's real talk. Keep on going, y'all. What we got here? Paul, let me go up to what Paul said right here. Paolo said, y'all gonna be real hungry real soon. Charlie Freeman said, war isn't money. Okay. Rena Brown said, no war. I don't like it either. Daisy Freedom Fighter said, gorgeous time to be alive. Johnny Boy at Wake Up, mate, is that a Ukraine flag you're using for Australian? Paolo said, can't wait to see the results. Casey Martinez says, to fix their issues, so they printed more and more. Now there is no fix on it. Reflection said, money is definitely the route. I know it is. You're right. You know it is. Easy-O Kill 9/11. We throw away thousands of pounds of food every year on farms alone. You're right about that. Was that having to do something to do with farm aid? Is that true? Nope said Easy-O go to therapy. So I think he's saying you're wrong. Nope saying you're wrong. Real life 2018 Trump withdrawal from Iranian nuclear deal. Never knew about that. Thanks for putting us up on that. What we got? Nope. What else we got? Johnny Boy. Now y'all talking to each other. I'm not going to do the conversations between each other. Y'all can make that happen yourselves. I got this chilling situation that we need to follow up on. You remember yesterday and the day before when we talked about the girl from Dominican Republic that she was a college student. She left the Philadelphia school and decided to go for spring break down in Dominican Republic. We got a little bit information yesterday. We found out that the guy we got videotape now of when they were moving around. We actually have video footage, chilling surveillance video shows the U.S. college student before the disappearance. This is the follow-up of yesterday's story and the day before story, y'all. I want you guys to see what's going on with this. We're going to keep this story alive until we find out what happened to this college student. Check this out.
Surveillance video shows the moments before University of Pittsburgh student Suriksha Konaki went missing while on vacation in the Dominican Republic. Meanwhile,
automate workflows without a single line of code. You're in command with one click N8.
Meanwhile, authorities in Virginia have also confirmed 24-year-old Joshua Stephen Ribe, who was a guest staying at the same resort as her, as a person of interest. Body language expert Susan Constantine joins me now to break down this newly released footage. Susan, good morning to you. It's so sad to see that video of her with her friends seemingly having fun, knowing that she's going to go missing. So obviously this video is a little hard to see. It's not the clearest video, but is there anything in it that stands out to you?
Well, first of all, there's a little bit longer video, so I would like to talk about it in the whole capacity. And, obviously they've been drinking. You can see that she's somewhat intoxicated. In some of the photos, she was kind of weaving around. The thing is, what jumped out at me was the fact that he had his left arm underneath her armpit. And it was like close to her private area, right? Her breast. So to me, that appeared like as if he was almost groping her. So that's something that's a little bit concerning to me. I understand he's a much taller guy. They've been drinking a lot. Their motor movements are probably not as fluid as they normally would be. But I found that to be a little bit odd. She looks like she's having a great time. I mean, they look like just a bunch of couples going out and kids going out just having fun and drinking and partying. But unfortunately, we know that sometimes that can lead to some very, very dangerous activity.
Yeah, and yesterday the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office named 24-year-old Joshua Ribe as a person of interest, not a suspect, just a person of interest in her disappearance. And they released a statement saying Mr. Ribe is a person of interest and has been for several days. This is still a missing persons case, not a criminal case, but Sheriff Chapman wants to make sure the investigation is comprehensive and includes all possible assets and techniques. We are working closely with the FBI and all of this, and they are working with the Dominican National Police.
Yeah, so she's been missing now. As of today, it's 7 days. And she's been missing for a pretty good long amount of time now. The sad part about it is when people go missing that long, it's never a good result. They're presuming that it could be trafficking possibilities or the worst inevitable possibility that it could be, which I don't even want to say. But that's what they're basically saying the possibilities are, what happened with this case right here. And now we have a person of interest. Car care, many girls are missing. What else we got? Mary L. After what happened to Natalie Holloway, why would anyone let their friends stay behind for any reason? Dangerous to do that, no matter where you are, especially when people are slip drugs. Easy O Kill said North Korea can't even read it down, people. Walkabout Richard said, is it every 3 minutes someone goes missing in the USA? We got Anita Bonghit said, Souls, Betty, I guarantee every Aussie cringes the second that accent becomes apparently. Nope. I think that it's perfect world that indicates keeping your enemies close. Daisy Freedom Fighter said, my heart hurts for the missing children who came over the Mexican border. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden lost them. About 3 minutes, somebody said. The American people just going to have to hunt for their food and water soon. I've been doing that since I was a kid, said Easy O'Kill. Let's get the rest of this out, you guys. Let's get it out.
So there are images, Susan, that you have viewed of this 24-year-old Joshua Ribe speaking to law enforcement on the beach. What do you think of those images?
The images that I saw, I mean, when you're talking about body language, that's only one piece of it. We're missing his facial expressions up close. We're missing his voice inflection and his tonality and the words he's actually speaking. So all we're looking at is body language, right? He's in a submissive kind of his body language where his hands are down. He's not resisting anything the police officers are asking him. He is compliant. However, the fact that he has kind of collapsed his body language shows that he may be feeling a bit threatened. And that would.
He also waited 12 hours, 9 to 12 hours in order to report this girl that she was missing. Left her on the beach by herself. Now, again, like I said, the conditions in the hotel was pretty bad. No AC. A lot of them were locked out of their rooms. But still, I'm never going to leave anybody unattended by themselves on the beach. And I hate to keep this story going with the same type of content, but we got a 16-year-old that is not only missing, but they found her body. And we need to break stories like this. People say that people get missing every 3 minutes inside of the United States. Well, if you have a child that's on the internet and uses different apps, you got to be careful, especially when it comes down to stuff like this. Because we have another child that's no longer with us. She's already been found, but she was not found alive.
Police say a missing persons case turned into a kidnapping and homicide. Detectives collected evidence at a duplex on 27th Avenue North in St. Pete after police say a 16-year-old girl was beaten and killed inside.
Guns drawn, police threw him down on the ground, handcuffed him, put him in a cruiser. Ever since then, cops here 24/7 for 3 days.
35-year-old Stephen Gress is facing numerous charges, including kidnapping and first-degree murder. Officers say he met 16-year-old Miranda Corsette through a social media app on February 14th. She was then reported missing 10 days later.
On the 20th, at the house, there was some type of dispute over some missing jewelry. So from the 20th through the 24th, she was beaten and tortured because they could not find this piece of jewelry.
Chief Anthony Holloway says Gress then put her body in a car, and with the help of his domestic partner, Michelle Brandis, they drove her body to a home on Mallory Drive in Largo. Police say the teen's body was dismembered and then dumped in a dumpster in Ruskin.
And her body is somewhere, possibly in a landfill somewhere in that county.
The police chief says they are still working to locate that teen's missing body.
Y'all be more careful with your children. Do not let them be on apps, all this Roblox and TikTok and all that stuff. Be careful. Got a lot of people out here that do stuff like this. I know this is a very severe point of our story, but this needs to be put out there because nobody else is telling anything about it. I know we always do politics most of the time, but stories like this are also why I created this show, to let people know what's going on in other places so that a lot of people that say, I never even knew about this. So now that you know about it, maybe we can do something about it collectively. They say it takes a community, and now I'm starting to really understand what they say by that. It's not just about the community when it comes down to raising, it comes down to maintaining as well. This was a 16-year-old girl that basically met somebody that was grown on an app and was treated like this and was lost for many days until they finally were able to find out what happened to her. Terrible story. I do not like what's going on at all when it comes down to this. What you guys got to say about this? Joe DeMatteo, what we got, Joe? What we got? Oh, no, you're talking to somebody else. Nova THR33, sick in Memphis. wasted air by breathing. Michael McFaul, well, why is it cool for to charge us tariffs, but we can't return the favor? I don't see why not. We made that point already, or Michael, and we actually got them to trade with us and agree to do trades with us. So it actually worked. Betty Spaghetti, I like Trump a lot, but I'm questioning it a lot myself. We got Rebecca that said that poor girl, and that's FUY is sick. Hopefully they can lay her to rest. Yeah, they got to find her body first. Joe DeMattea said, what money lost? Anita, Kendra Walker, let me see what Kendra got to say. 308 viewers and 83 likes. This man does a marvelous job every day, and y'all come trolling. Yeah, but the funny thing about it is they love trolling, and they like to get the information, but they don't want to show the love. The people like you that notice it though, that's the reason I do it. Betty Lynn and Matt and Chad C. Y'all the reason why I do this, and the people that really get the information out of it. Y'all got to remember, this is what I'm about. Because sometimes you gotta breathe it out and get them away from you, and don't keep that negativity on your heart. You're gonna get what you're supposed to get. You're gonna get what you're supposed to get. They cannot in any way, shape, or form deny you. They can put a diamond, they can bury a diamond, but guess what? Once that dirt come off top, it's gonna shine the way it's supposed to, baby. And that's what we are. We diamonds. But again, I want to stress the point and get right back to it. Let's take care of our children and make sure that we being careful about apps. They call, yo, Ma, you doing this, that. And why was that 16-year-old away from her parents for so long? I know that people have different life situations or whatever, but really want to know about stuff like that. Everybody didn't grow up like me with a good mom that, I loved to death and she took care of me. So when I hear these bad stories coming from other people, I just don't understand it because I had a different type of upbringing. But the people that didn't, I have to understand because everybody's not the same. All we can do is pray for each other and hope that we get better lives and that we can move forward in a better way. And I ask this now in Jesus' name. Amen. When I pray, I don't wait. Thank you, God. Appreciate you. Now, Trump and Elon Musk were asked straight out, what's going to happen with Social Security? Is it going to affect all of these cuts that you guys are doing at Doge? They were asked by a reporter. Is that going to affect Social Security benefits and my dough? They want to know. I want to know too, and I know you guys definitely want to know. So Elon and Trump, what's popping when it comes down to that Social Security? Is that going to be affected by what y'all doing right now? We asked them straight out. You guys appreciate the content and where we at right now? Double tap that screen, hit those 3 buttons, get that like button. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. We at like 28 plus. We almost there. But if you appreciate the content, because we rocking and shocking since 6 o'clock in the morning, let's get those likes up because I want everybody to know what we got going on right here. As far as the Social Security, they were asked right out, what's going on with that bread?
Mr. President, we got to take care of them.
As you guys look at the Social Security Administration and you guys are looking for fraud and waste and abuse, can you guarantee people who are concerned about an interruption to benefits that there will not be?
Yes, we're going to be very careful with any interruption to benefits. In fact, only by tackling the waste and fraud in entitlements like Social Security, Medicare, can we actually preserve those programs for the future. Because with unchecked fraud and waste, we won't be able to afford them. The president's very dedicated to solving the budget deficit, which if we don't solve the budget deficit, we're going to go bankrupt as a country. If we go bankrupt as a country, there's no Social Security, there's no Medicare, there's no nothing. And to sort of echo what the president was saying, what really matters is moving people from jobs that are relatively low productivity in government to high productivity in the private sector, increasing the true output of products and services. That's the real economy.
So the plan is to find all of the corruption and to make sure that we're stopping all of the lost and the wasteful spending in order to save Social Security so that there can be Social Security, is what he just stated. What do you guys think about that? That's what Elon said. What we got, y'all? As the Easy Kill said, full. What else we got? Car Care said, afford. Print money, and he's laughing like crazy. Scion JS, yeah, you made me smile right there, Carkey. I appreciate that. Smile is priceless, bro. Thank you. Scion JS BJJ. Joe, the stock market isn't willing to be their ass. That's why it's crashing. Wake up, mate. Your politics have done an amazing job for dividing you. Betty Spaghetti said, we're already bankrupt. Oh, we are. You ain't lying. Easy kill 9/11. He's richer than your entire bloodline. You think that bothers him? Oblivion. Tesla stocks is low. Reason why he's doing that. Yep, we talked about that yesterday. The reason that they're out there right now, Trump trying to look out for his boy. And then when he got out the car, he stood next to it because he's assuming that people are going to see him in front of it and he wants to get that plug. Like if I get a certain person to pick up a can of one of my drinks and people see it, a lot of people are going to say, oh, that's just a regular photo. But a lot of people are going to say, hey, such and such drinks that. And then you're going to get a possible sale or another person that's interested. That's what they're doing as well. So yes, that person in the comments is correct. It's a marketing tactic because of the fact that Trump knows that Elon is losing money. Charging stations are setting on fire. So he's trying to help his friend out by some product placement and having the interviews in front of the vehicles and talking about what's going on, sort of a help out because he knows that he's taking a hit. Many people in the comments are going to take this in certain ways, but bottom line is what it is. I do marketing. And I'm not saying this in a negative manner. I'm only explaining the scene that you're seeing right now. So all I'm doing, y'all, just explaining what's happening.
That's what actually enables Americans to have a higher standard of living, and that's what's happening. And that's, I think, you'll see the truth of that in the months to come.
And we're going to make it really much stronger by taking people that don't exist or taking people that shouldn't be there out, by taking illegal aliens that are on Social Security or Medicaid and Medicare. By taking them out, we're making it much stronger. The country will be much stronger.
What do you guys think? Do you think that this is good that they're cutting? Do you honestly believe Elon? We got people in the comments saying that Elon, he's rich. He don't got to worry about none of this stuff. We the ones that got to bear the grunt of this. What do you guys think? Let me read some comments. Do me a favor. We killing them right now. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. We almost at 100 likes, y'all. Let's get those likes up to make it reflective of how good we doing this morning. And I do hope that you guys appreciate the content. I worked very hard at getting this together and pooling. Mills, Democrats will get the House back soon. And she was laughing. Oblivion said, gutting. What else we got? We got that is a lie. And then what we got Oblivion said, to be fair, he wouldn't be in this situation if he wasn't getting essential services. People rely on, especially veterans, plus the salute in the inauguration. Oh, that salute in the inauguration, talking about that. Okay. Walkabout Richard said, making the world great starts with you. That's right. I believe in that. That was a really good comment, Walkabout Richard. I like that. Do me a favor, if you're not a member already, become a member to the channel. You be saying some cool stuff. That was fire right there. I really like that. I'm going to say that again. Walkabout Richard said, making the world great starts with you. That's just like, if your home is straight, everything about you is going to be straight. If everybody's home was okay, then you perform the same way out in the street. That made a lot of sense, Walkabout. You get a double tap for that, buddy. I'm going to give you a like for that, Walkabout. Easy kill 9/11. Nope. You probably fell for the armored Tesla's thing, didn't you? You're talking about that explosion when they said the back don't explode. All right, one more, then we're going to keep on going. Sion JSBJJ. I believe in holding either side accountable. The Democrats have handled this absolutely terribly. And we're going to keep on going. We got 97 likes. I'm glad that you guys appreciate that content. That's what I'm talking about. I love you guys. Salute. That's why I do the bottom line. I do my work and y'all pay later. I don't mind doing the work. I'm going to keep on working. We got more to do. Come on. Don't give up on me now. Because we already finished this topic. I'm going to be honest with you. We actually all good with this. Because all we wanted to find out what was going on with Social Security. So now that we know what's going on with Social Security, we can move on to the next. And the next is a whole nother doozy. The next is another doozy. We got Trump again. But this one is more up to date. We're going to hope that the internet didn't cut out on us just now. That's what we're going to really hope for. Because we have been running longer than an hour plus. I love when shows go like this, when I don't even pay attention to the time. That means we really doing our thing. This one here, we got more. This was yesterday, where Trump takes questions in the Oval Office as the Ireland's I don't even know how to say this guy's name. You know, when people come from overseas, it is such a tongue twister. This man said his name is Tao Search. Don't know how your name Taoi Seach. Tao Seach. Okay, your name is Tao Seach. His name is Ireland's Tao Seach. Sits down in the Oval Office and they talk about specific questions where he was asked about what he think we should do. Put it like this. This is something, again, I think y'all need to see. Another one of those, Bugatti was looking at a video clip. He saw something in it that made sense. He wanted us to see it. This was the meeting with the Ireland's president, prime minister. Don't know what they call him in Ireland, but somebody in power sat down with Trump yesterday and they were talking about Ireland and moving forward. I think Trump even said that he was Irish. I never knew that Trump was Irish. If I'm wrong, he said it, so y'all let me know.
Shock, Ireland, it's a special place, and he's a very special guy. He did it the hard way also. He served, and then he took a little time off, and then he served again. I've heard about that. That happens on occasion. And he's done very well, and we knew each other from a long time ago. But it's a great honor to have you in the Oval Office and have you at the White House. We have tremendous business.
Yeah, the internet acting up, y'all. Sometimes that happens, but again, they can't stop us because it's at the end of the show anyway. It's all good. I saw that was happening with the last video clip. Don't know why it's happening, but yeah, we're about to get a new ISP provider, whatever like that, so it's all good. This was as he was taking questions from reporters. They were just talking about moving forward, what's happening with Ireland, and he actually said he was Irish. I didn't know that Trump was Irish. Y'all let me know. Like I said, I didn't know that Trump was Irish. If he is, that's new news to me. If he's not, y'all let me know, because he definitely claimed Irish and said, we're a strong people, we're this. He was definitely saying we, like he was down with it. Like
When it comes to getting to market in a more quick manner, popular pace helps us move quickly and efficiently. As we all know, social media...
They're here, but they love your country very much. You know, they have a great feeling toward your country.
They have, and they'll not come back for holidays and stuff like that. And checking out their family. Ancestry.
Now we get to the question.
Great, fantastic people.
Some go to Doge as well. Yeah.
And we love Doge. I love them. I don't know if I'll ever see it again. Maybe I won't, but I think I will. We'll get there. We're going to get there. It's a beautiful place, wonderful place. Any questions?
Mr. President, how far
yeah, please.
President Trump, how worried are you about the counter tariffs from the EU, which were announced yesterday? And also, how worried should Ireland be, given the fact that it has a massive trade surplus with the US, over $50 billion? Neil Martin might be quite nervous about what we're going to tell him to go.
Well, I don't think he looks nervous to me. And if he was nervous, he wouldn't show it. Now, we do have a massive deficit with Ireland, because Ireland was very smart. They took our pharmaceutical companies away from presidents that didn't know what they were doing. And, it's too bad that happened. It's a tremendous job. Look, the Irish are smart. You're smart people. And you took our pharmaceutical companies and other companies, but, through taxation and proper taxation, they made it very, very good for companies to move over there. And we had presidents and people that were involved in this that had no idea what they were doing, and they lost big segments of our economy. The European Union treats us very badly. They have for years. I saw that. I had it out with them in my first term. It did well, but we had to solve other problems, and we did. But European Union's been very tough, and it's our turn too. We get a turn at that also, but they have not been fair. They sue our companies and win massive amounts of money. They sued Apple, won $17 billion, and they use that for other reasons, I guess, or to run the European Union. So I'm not knocking it. They're doing what they should be doing, perhaps, for the European Union, but it does create ill will. And as you know, we're going to be doing reciprocal tariffs. So whatever they charge us, we're charging them. Nobody can complain about that. Whatever it is, it doesn't even matter what it is. If they charge us 25 or 20% or 10% or 2% or 200%, then that's what we're charging them. And so I don't know why people get upset about that, because there's nothing more fair than that. And we had a problem with Ontario, and they dropped that when I let them know what we were going to be doing. They dropped.
Just like we started off the show, remember Ontario was threatening about the power grid and raising the power up? He stepped right up. You know what, man? That's one thing you can't say. You can't front on Trump about that. As soon as they say, "Oh, we're gonna raise the power up for y'all in the States," oh yeah, cool. Well, we're gonna do the same thing to y'all. Now we put a 50%. We're gonna put a 50% tariff on y'all now. Now, then what y'all gonna do? So when somebody step up like that and do their job, I can't be more than happy, because it makes you know that somebody's working. I'm gonna use a perfect pinpointed situation. I was up in here peed off about that congestive pricing. And oh yeah, Trump ain't gonna do whatever and this and that, right? I'm thinking that Kathy Hochul was like just gonna do whatever she wanted to do. Then all of a sudden, what happened? The letter came. As of March 21st, we want all of the cameras to be taken out from New York City. All of the congestion cameras to come down. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It let me know that he was still paying attention to that. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody that's really at the helm and paying attention to what somebody's doing and what's going on, and at least can say, hey, you do that to us, we're going to get you back. I'm not picking no sides here. I'm not choosing. I'm just saying it's cool to have somebody have your back. And right there, it proved it, because y'all already heard what Ontario said at first. Oh, 25% tariff. You charge us, we're going to charge you. As soon as they kicked that joint in overnight, boom, didn't even happen. But notice, the same thing happens with Trump sometimes. When he wants to impose a tariff and he puts it in and they say, oh, we're going to do this, he also pulls back too. This is part of negotiations that I want us to get used to, because sometimes that's where things get caught up at. Negotiations, sometimes you might have somebody not complying, and the next thing you know, you got to wait it out. Right now, perfect example, congestive pricing when it comes down to Kathy Hochul. She has stated, even though she received that letter, she's not taking the cameras down. She refuses to comply with the Fed when we say, people like you and I that work every day, that she's stealing from us, allegedly, by putting up these tolls in certain places in the city that's charging us $9 just to get across the street, or these certain blocks. If you live on 58th Street and you got to get past 60th Street, now you got to pay $9 toll just to move around in the city. Lord forbid, if you're working down there, what's going to happen with that if you have to keep on working down in the city and you're a truck driver or something like that? The common man that's actually working. That's why I'm so anal when it comes down to Kathy Hochul, and I'm talking to all of these non-New Yorkers that came from Idaho, in all of these places that don't have a movement like us. Y'all don't know your ass from your elbow when you're trying to tell us how to move in New York. We actually, it sounds bad, but that traffic was creating money. Trucks and things like that. Probably sound crazy. It actually was, because now those trucks, they got to come through uptown, and all of that smog and that other stuff is coming to people in urban areas and stuff. And that's number one. And then when it comes down to the beneficial of the monetary, none of that money is going to be regenerated back into those neighborhoods that's being affected by this bad treatment. That money, instead of going to congestive pricing on the roads, is going to the train station, which is a kick in the butt, because how are you going to take money from the congestive pricing to put it to the MTA? And not only that, how about this? We already pay for the roads. We already pay taxes for roads and things to get paid to get fixed. Why are we paying more congestive taxes on stuff? We have a lot of governors, a lot of pushback with a lot of administrators that think they know what the hell they're doing, but they're actually hurting us. I think Kathy Hochul, as soon as it's possible to get her the hell out of New York, she needs to get the hell out of here lightning fast. I don't care what nobody say. Let's get to more of this and keep on going with this topic. I'm going to come to the comments.
Dropped it immediately, so I'm glad, because electricity, you shouldn't be playing with electricity. It affects people's lives. Actually their life. I mean, it can affect, depending on weather, it can affect their life. So we can't do that. And it doesn't make sense that our country allows electricity to be made in another country and sold into us. Who did that deal for the United States? Okay, I looked at that long ago. And I said, that's not something that's very smart.
I mean, why we can't add a little more wires to Con Ed and keep on taking care of the rest of the people up that area? Sounds kind of sensible, but maybe we get it cheaper by getting it that way. Something that they did as a trade agreement, that somebody making a little bit of money on the side. And no, to the people that are asking me, I'm not pro anybody but pro Bugatti. And even myself, I question myself. There is no man, I keep on saying this, there is no man that is always 100% correct. I get mad at my father. I got mad at my grandmother. You had a situation where you was mad with your grandfather or somebody in your family, your uncle. No man, even this man, just want you guys to know, is perfect. He does things that I don't agree with. Yes, he does. Things that I don't totally agree with. You're right. And again, I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican, not an independent. I'm a human being, which is the reason why y'all can say what y'all want in them comments, because we have community here and everybody can speak their piece. I don't want to disrespect anybody by not being one of your party. I do understand a lot of what your party's got going on. I appreciate some of the stuff that the Democrats had going on, but their policies right now are totally not in what I'm in agreement with. I am for United States. I am for us first. So if that's adaptive to some of the things, which is why I actually do steer towards some of his policy, is why. A lot of common sense things as well. 1 + 1 = 2 in every country. Will never be 3 or 4 to me. Bottom line. And the reason why you can also understand why the name of our show is Our Bottom Line. I'm all about common sense, facts, and truth. And no man is perfect. No woman is perfect. I love my mother. As a child, you look up to your mother as the queen, and then when you get older, you be like, hey, mommy, you know, then the more educated we get, the more smarter we get, the more we age and the more stronger we learn, the better we can make decisions. And I would tell anybody never to invest themselves 1,000% in somebody else's belief or thinking that they are totally perfect. No man is and no woman is. That's my take on everybody that wants to know my political views on what's going on here. I see what was happening. I wanted to get educated. We had a great following. I learned from you guys. When I don't know something and the people that's here, they know it. I learned from you guys too. That's why I put questions out and why I let you see certain things. Then I come over to the comments. Oh, that's what that's about. That's what that's about. Because a lot of you are very insightful and you know more than me. And think about it. Who else has the capability to speak to this many people to get the right information or to have a forum to understand and get me more better to learn things? Even me, I tell you guys, don't even listen to everything I say. I'm not perfect. I just try my best. And that's what we do every day as human beings. So hopefully you understand my explanation for everybody that wondered my bottom line and what I'm about. Sion, JSBJJ, I ain't never see this guy read something on his stream. Drew's Views, maybe he can't read. That was a good one. Billy Beckham, he's not responding. And then what else we got? We got Zachary Jackson. More ignorance at the highest level is our problem. Being 42 in the world in education is our problem. We have to stop blaming others for our own corruption. I'm gonna take this and use it. Zachary Jackson, I'm gonna use your statement against Billy Blackham, Sion BJJ, and Drew's Views. I've been reading comments the whole single time that I've been here. Soon as I'm ready to talk or say something, they saying I'm not reading comments or got whatever. I'm going to tell y'all like this. All three of y'all can kick a rock for a block. Because CSBJJ, I done said mad of your comments. Other person, I said mad of your comments. Just because I can't say everything that you're saying while I'm talking, as thousands of comments are coming up, you the type of person, no disrespect, I would tell you to kick a rock for a block because you don't have no understanding and you're not being fair. So if you don't want to be fair, this ain't the place to do it, bro. We fair here. So you're going to give me a chance to say what I got to say. I just got finished reading all your complaints. How about if those complaints had substance? They could actually be something that I would be able to say to everybody. And then when I start reading comments, what I notice is a lot of people leave because I'm not playing clips. Y'all don't understand I have complete control of this show and I pay attention to what's going on. I don't want 100 people to leave because I'm stuck in the comments reading everything that everybody's saying when there's 50 to 70 comments that's popping up at a time. There's a lot of comments. When you got 300 people, there might be 10, 15 comments popping up at a time. Understand that. And if you don't, and I see that again, I'm going to get you out of here. Or you can kick a rock for a block yourself. You can totally stay. I'd love for you to be here, but stop being like that because that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. That's not cool at all. Now let me get back to the comments. Easy O kill 9/11. Let me go back to Easy O. Thunderbolt, you should penetrate a sidewalk. Can do. Let's go, Brandon. Easy O kill, you have contributed nothing. Sion JSBJJ, brother, we mean reading an article or a book. I'm not asking you to read comments. Nigga, matter of fact, time for you to go. That's what I'm saying. When you want to play games and do all that, talking about read a book, I write books, homeboy. Bam! Out of here. See you later. Wouldn't want to be it. Done. Got no time to play games with people like that. Let's keep it going. I tried to give you a shot. Now your shot is to keep it rocking. You can go find another platform to do that at.
So we've had a lot of bad trade policies, and yet we're doing very well right now. But we're doing well because I won the election. If I didn't win the election, you would have had a very bad period. I think a lot of the stock market going down was because of a really bad 4 years that we had. When you look at inflation and all of the other problems that were, wars and inflation and so many other problems. But we're going to have very good years. We had, I don't know if you saw a little thing like the cost of eggs, little to you, but big to people out there, down almost 30% in the last few days. We got it down. We did a lot of things. We have a great Secretary of Agriculture, and we did a lot of things that got the cost of eggs down very substantially, and so many other things. A very big thing that I'm very happy with is oil is down to $65 a barrel. And that's faster than I would have attempted. We put on the gas, we stepped in the gas in order to get oil, and what's happening. So we're getting that down. And when energy comes down, prices are going to be coming down with it. So in a very short period of time, we've done a very good job. And I think that the tariffs that we're talking about, and again, reciprocal, I think that the tariffs, there are some cases where they're a little beyond reciprocal because, we've been abused for a long time as a country. We have been abused really for a long time.
There's a moment.
I think we good, y'all. I wanted you guys to see, we talked about recession. We talked about tariffs. We talked about what's coming forward. He already let you know, and we already know what to be prepared for. We got a recession coming, you guys, because we're adjusting right now. And we're in the middle of the ripple. And when you're in the middle of a ripple, you're doing this. Until the calm, when the wave is calm, that's where we at right now. But right now, we're in the middle of the ripple. That's where we at right now. So we have no choice but to stand strong and hold it down and to just do as best as we can. Yes, the egg prices. I want to know if you guys are starting to see those egg prices go down. He just said something about 30%. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm vegan. I don't eat eggs, but it's all good. Want to know if that's true. I'm going to look into that. Whole bunch of more sub stories that we got to look into. We got a lot moving forward today. We had a fantastic show. I just got to let you guys know that. So right now, I want to ask you guys, if you did appreciate the show, whoever didn't have a chance, do me a favor. Go ahead and give me those likes right now. Can I get my pay? Papi, can I get my pay right now, please? Can I get paid for my trabajando, for my work? Can I please get paid for working? That's all I'm trying to say. But again, if you really appreciate the content and you like what's going on here, please subscribe to the channel. Become a member if you like. We do all sorts of stuff here. We give away perks. We got promotional teas and all types of stuff that we send out. Marielle, your stuff is already in the mail. I think Chad C, I need you to give me an address so I can get you some of the men's stuff. It's a couple of people in here I really want to look out that really be looking out for me. And I notice that you guys are always here. The new people, I really appreciate you. One thing I want to say is please don't get caught up in the networks, whether it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC. What we do here at this channel is we look at all sorts of information and then we make our judgments from there. Somebody just put up a donation. That was American Paulo. Thank you so much. That was $1. That was $1 more than I had yesterday, and you worked hard for that dollar. So I appreciate you guys. And just for the fact that you gave me that dollar, I got something for y'all. Go into the description today. There's 2 surveys in there worth up to $450, y'all. That's right. Go fill out those surveys so one of y'all can make $450. Only thing I ask you is to let me know when you make the money. I want to put it up in the post section to let everybody know that you actually made money off of these surveys. Yes, I vet the surveys. I make sure that they're official, make sure that there's no extra crap going on so that we can make some money. Why? I understand what's going on in the market. I know that we need money. I appreciate you guys, and I know every single dollar counts right now, especially if you're living in a city like mine, New York. Thousands of dollars need to be acquired just to survive monthly. And with that being said, I understand what you guys are going through. That's why I watch certain videos, why I bring you certain information. If it can help, let it be that. When it comes down to the people getting missing, things of that nature, I use that information to make us smarter. Anytime it's about scams, I want us to read about scams and see about scams so that we don't get caught up in them. And we also know that Bugatti does read. A lot of times when we put up clips from other networks and other places, I wind up doing the narration. I'm also a voiceover actor. I can keep on going into that, but that's not important. My bottom line is this. I appreciate you guys. We're up to almost 110 episodes. My bottom line is to teach people information, have somewhere in community where we can all talk and be together, and have somewhere where we can get our gripes off, say stuff. You want to tell a joke? No problem. I like jokes. I like to laugh. I'm a very energetic person. So any of that is accepted and appreciated here. Even if you're saying jokes about my big head, hey, it might make me laugh, and a chuckle is priceless. Real talk. So with that being said, you guys, I'm not going to be long-winded. What I want you guys to do right now is subscribe to the channel, watch another video, and if you appreciate the content, we're going to be here tomorrow rocking and shocking and doing exactly what we're doing right now. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, like I said, links in the description. Go and get that money. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. God bless everybody under the sound of my voice. Everybody be peaceful. Everybody just go ahead and woosah. I know we all going through stuff, but at the end of the day, we're still human beings and we still can communicate with each other. No matter if you're an independent, Republican, or Democrat, we are human beings and we should find a way to work with each other. That's all I care about. And with that being said, y'all already know what it is. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?